Welcome to this video lecture. Right, in this video lecture we will discuss about the injection molding, compression molding, and the transfer molding of the plastics. Right. So it is a topic which is given in 5th unit of Manufacturing Technology 1, that is ME 8351, which is offered for 3rd semester mechanical engineering student. Right. We will see one by one. First we will discuss about injection molding, then compression molding, then at last transfer molding process. So injection molding process, here by means of injection mechanisms we are molding the component, right? So polymer is heated to a highly plastic state and forced into the flow under high pressure into a mold cavity, where it solidifies and the molding is then removed from the cavity. The same procedures, it is similar to conventional casting process. There will be the mold, right? Then by means of injection mechanism, the molten plastics are injected to the mold, then it is subjected to solidifications. Finally, we are getting the product, right? It produces discrete components, almost always the net-shaped product. It means that once the product is produced by means of this molding process, there is no need of any further processing like machining, etc. Right? So net-shaped product can be produced by means of this process, right? The typical cycle times, very less production time is required, only 10 to 30 seconds. Sometimes for complicated shapes, we are giving more production time also, right? Mold may contains multiple cavities. Sometimes what happened, suppose you want to produce similar type of product, we can have more number of mold cavities, right? So that we can produce the simultaneous product. At a time we can produce a number of components, therefore the production rate will be increased. Yeah, this is injection molding machines, right? You see, this is the barrel, this is a screw conveyor, this is a hopper. This hopper is used to feed the plastic pellets, right? Around these barrels there will be the heater. That heater is used to melt the plastic pellets, right? Now to carry the this molten plastics, we are using the conveyor, that is called a screw conveyor. Now the screw conveyor is operated by means of a motor. From the motor, the gear is operated. From this gear, the gear which is mounted on the screw will be rotating. Therefore, the screw conveyor is started rotating, right? Initially, this screw conveyor will be at these positions, right? So, to balance this end of this screw conveyor, we have the cylinder. We have the cylinder. Once the screw conveyor is moving in these directions, naturally this end also will be rotating and it will be moving in these directions, right? Okay, fine. Now through this feed hopper, we are supplying the plastic pellets, right? Okay. Now it will be coming here, right? Here by means of this heater, the plastic pellets are melted, so that your plastics will be converted to molten stage. Now the molten plastics are carried by means of a screw conveyor. Slowly it will be coming here. Here we have the nozzle. Here we have the nozzles. Nozzles means the area of the cross section is decreasing, right? So that naturally the velocity will be increasing, right? Here there is the mold. This is the mold, right? The mold is created by means of two mold, right? This is called this mold is fixed on that stationary pattern. This mold is fixed on that movable pattern. This movable pattern is operated by means of a cylinder, hydraulic cylinder setup, right? Initially, this movable pattern is moving in these directions. Therefore, there will be the opening. Through the there will be the opening, right? After that, it will be moving in this direction, so that it will be tightly clamped. Now there will be the mold cavity, right? Now through this nozzles, the material is injected to this mold, right? Then after solidifications, again the movable pattern is moving in these directions, so that your mold gets opened. Now the product is removed, right? Now this unit is called injection unit. This unit is called clamping unit. Here you see, in the injection molding cycle, right, there are 4 steps. Number 1, there is the screw conveyor. through this screw conveyor, the molten material is injected by means of this nozzle to the mold cavity, right? This mold is operated by means of movable platen, right? In the second stage, the material is injected, right? Okay. In third stage, once it is injected, it is subject to solidification process, right? Once it is solidified, this movable platen is moving in this direction, so that your mold gets opened. Now the product is ready, so we can remove the product. So polymers for injection molding. So injection molding is the most widely used molding process for thermoplastics, right? Some thermostats and elastomers can also be used for this injection molding. Modification in equipment and operating parameters must be made to avoid premature plastering of these materials before injection. Injection molded parts, complex and intricate shapes are possible. The shape is only limited to very complicated shapes cannot produce by means of this process. The part size may vary from 50 grams to 25 kilograms. That is, for example, automobile bumpers are manufactured by means of this injection molding technique only. The injection molding is economical only for large production quantities. It can be used because of cost, right? So another thing is another process called compression molding process, right? In the compression molding process, there is a mold cavity. This is the male part of the mold. This is the female part of the mold, right? Now here we are taking the charge. The charge is nothing but the plastic pellets. Here in this mold itself, we are having the heating unit. We are having the heating unit. Therefore, these plastic pellets are melted, right? Now this upper half of the mold will be coming down, right? Coming down, and it will be forced, right? So that this molten materials, that is called charge, will be deposited over the mold cavity, right? Therefore, always we have to use the measured quantities of the plastic pellets. That quantity, the measured quantity of plastic pellet is called charge, right? Now the volume of this charge should be equal to the volume of the product what we are going to produce, right? After curing, this top half of the mold will be moving in the upward directions. Here we have the ejector pin. By means of ejector pin, this ejector pin is spring loaded pin. So naturally this ejector pin will be coming up. Therefore your product is coming out, right? So this is called compression molding process. There is another molding process that is called. So this compression molding materials are phenolics, melamines, ureoformaldehydes, epoxies, urethanes, and elastomers, right? So typical compression molded products are electric plugs, sockets and housings, pot handles, and dinnerware plates are manufactured by means of this compression molding process. Another one is transfer molding process. The main difference is in the case of compression molding process, the mold itself there will be the heating unit, right? But here this is a heating unit. This is a heating unit. So here the material is placed, the plastic pellets are placed in these portions. So here it is melted. Here we have the transfer ram, right? We are pushing the transfer ram towards this port. This is called the transfer port, right? Therefore the molten plastics are pressurized, right, towards the mold cavities, so that this mold cavity is filled. See, the mold cavity is filled, second stage, right? After that, there is a solidification process. Once the solidification is over, this transfer ram should be moved in the upward directions. Then your top of the mold is moving in the upward directions. Then by means of ejector pin, the product will be coming out. It will be coming out. Now your product is ready, right? The main advantage of transfer molding process when compared with the compression molding process is, in the case of compression molding process, the heater unit is inbuilt with the mold. Therefore, then and there will be the chance of damage of the mold in the case of compression molding process. But here, the heating unit is different and the molding unit is different, right? So that the life period of the mold in the case of transfer molding is higher. Okay. Okay, these are the references I used, right? Thank you for your patient listening.